Hi guys, this is Group 3. Today we are going to share the networking events we joined. These amazing events are related to the supply chain, entrepreneurship, and startup business. The first event we have is a seminar for the sustainability in supply chain, and the second event is the entrepreneurship mocktail night at George Brown. This event gathers all the students who want to be the entrepreneur in the future. And the next event was hosted by ASCM Toronto, and this is a student case competition. Later we'll have a detailed explanation of this event. And the last one we have is the Inner City Capital Connection. It was hosted by the ICIC organization. And this event is to coach and train the small and medium business entrepreneur to how to run their business with more like critical strategies.
Hi, a very good morning. So, my name is Rohan. Over the past 1 month, I got a couple of opportunities to attend two networking events, which is mainly related to supply chain and entrepreneurship. So, I would like to share my experience by using the help of the slides today. So, the first networking event that I attended was on this topic driving sustainable innovation in supply chain. So, this event was held on October 16th. At Toronto, and it was organized by a supply chain meetup group which is newly formed called Toronto Supply Chain Meetup in association with a tech company, the Owl Solutions. So the main agenda of the meeting was to, it was a leadership level conversation on sustainability. And there were discussions on incorporating green technologies and delivering solutions that have a profound impact on reducing waste in our supply chain. So, I mean, we had five speakers who were on the dais who gave their valuable insights. The first speaker was Dr. Alauddin Ahmed. He's the founder and CEO of Value Infinity Incorporation. He has over 2 decades of experience in supply chain across the globe. And the next one was Miss Lauren Bierman. She is the sustainability manager of Gailey Food. And the next was Amy Sharrett. Amy Sharrett is the current president of Toronto Supply Chain Meetup, and the next one was Chris Jarvis, who's the COO of GoBolt. Chris was mainly shared his experiences on how exactly GoBolt is taking the further steps in leading the entire sustainability in the logistics and supply chain industry of Canada. And last but not the least, the next speaker was the CEO of the Owl Solution. So he was the moderator as well. And the main key takeaways that I received as a part of attending this event was mainly divided into four. The first one was about the EV fleets, on how exactly the companies are focusing on increasing the EV fleets. The next one was the packaging, sustainable packaging measures that the companies across the world is using. Transforming and moving from plastic-based packaging to much more sustainable and paper-based packaging. And the next main takeaway was the daily practice and sustainability measures that companies, started incorporating in their day-to-day operations. And the next one was metrics. So until and unless the companies have now realized that until and unless they don't attach a metrics to the sustainability, they won't be, taking it seriously. So metrics is also something that has currently come up in the industry. So this is the photo from the event that I've attended. And the next event that I've attended was on November 16, 2023 at the George Brown College. It was an entrepreneurship mocktail night, which was organized by the entrepreneurship club of our college. So the main motive and agenda behind the mocktail session was for all the attendees to network with one another, and they were industry experts who were also present, and they did share their valuable insights on how to go about an entrepreneurship how to go about an entrepreneurship mindset, and what all steps are to be taken if we want to be an entrepreneur. So it was an overall very fun filled night because we got a lot of opportunity to interact with people within the industry and within the college who were very experienced in this industry. Thank you.
Thank you. So for the networking event three, on last October 28th, I was very honored to join the ASCM Toronto Case competition as a volunteer. So the case hosted by George Brown College and ASCM at our college campus. There were more than 90 students formed into 23 teams from 9 colleges and university around Ontario and also British Columbia. So, and I joined the event as a volunteer with other trainees volunteer, and there were 7 judges helped to run the event. So as we can see, there are some picture of me and the judges and the volunteer, also 90 students there in the picture. And I can say like there are more picture here. The judge will go around the room and see the how the team help the team uh, fulfill the requirement of the event, the K competition. So there are a few key achievements that I joined the event as a volunteer. I make like more than 50 new connections via LinkedIn and phone number exchange after the event. And there's a lot of people post and reposted the event from ASCM news into that LinkedIn account. Is very like blasting, and I had a great chance to talk and learn from supply chain management experts, and that really inspired me in my upcoming career in supply chain industry. And even like one of our team three member, Laura, won the second runners from the competition cake that I really like feeling fairly happy for them. And I got one of below recognition that I really enjoy from one of the judges that I volunteer in the competition room. Yeah, thank you for my listening my part. Then over to you, Laura.
Thank you, Zoe. So I'm here to speak about my experience as a participant in the October 28th ASCM Toronto Student Case Competition. Um, so this was held at George Brown. There were 13 teams of 4 students who participated from all different schools in Ontario, and UBC also was a participant. So prior to the event, once our team had registered, we were informed that the case study would require analytical skills as well as strategic thinking, and it was recommended that we work with a coach to prepare for our case study. We chose our instructor Hala to be our coach because of her tremendous industry experience, her clear talent with analytics, and also her involvement on the board. So we thought maybe we could get some guidance as to what it would be like to participate in a competition. We were only able to have one coaching session with her, but we did learn quite a bit in terms of our approach from her, as well as she just really validated us being there in spite of our lack of experience and being quite green to being even students of supply chain, let alone participating in the industry. And she did really emphasize that it's sometimes the biggest rookies that have the most to offer because we're not conditioned in standard industry ways of thinking. That ended up actually being true because we were able to place second as the biggest kind of rookies in the group. So her words really rung true with us. And she also gave us some other more analytical advice on how to deal with the tremendous amount of information that we'd be receiving. Um, and a day before the event, there was a participant briefing with the event facilitator. At this time, we didn't receive any data to work with, so we couldn't begin our analysis of the information being provided, but we were briefed, we were explained that we were to be consultants, supply chain consultants to a Canadian wine store who didn't have the right inventory and hadn't strategically stocked their shelves. And so it was up to us to identify exactly what the problem was and provide recommendations. This gave us about 24 hours to prepare anything we could in terms of Excel worksheets and get a PowerPoint template ready prior to the event. On the day of the event, we registered and then broke out into our groups where we were emailed the raw data and began trying to work doing analysis. The judges passed around to ensure that each team was on scope, at which point we had a great opportunity to address the judges directly. We were seemed to be a little too focused on analytics, in which we were very new to doing, and were kind of brought out of the weeds into thinking more strategically, which is kind of where I believe that we hit the ground running with my teammates' analytical skills and my ability to think from a more strategic, bigger picture perspective. We were able to come up with recommendations backed by data, securing second place, which was just honestly such an incredible honor. That being said, had we not placed at all or even came in last as we had anticipated, this experience was tremendous. Not only were we able to have the chance to apply materials that we had started to learn in the supply chain management postgraduate program, the ability to engage with judges, being prospective employers or people that can connect us as we start to network in the supply chain community in Toronto was just such an incredible opportunity. And the fact that we were able to do so in a professional manner and demonstrate our skill sets and way of thinking and our presentation skills, it was just better. It felt better than a job interview in terms of an opportunity to show what we have to offer to prospective employers. It was also amazing to be able to network with other colleagues from different schools and just understand exactly that we're all going through similar things. We have similar questions, similar goals, and there was something about that was just very affirming in choosing this as a career path. So there was the career development aspect, but also the personal development aspect of just, not being scared to feel like too inexperienced to pursue something. Learning that we do kind of have things to offer to the industry, and just the networking and personal development side of it was just really value added. I did in following up with the judges who participated in the event. I actually had someone offer to be a mentor once I start beginning to try and join the workforce, something that I never could have even dreamed of happening. So once again, just made me so grateful that we took the risk to join this event. And it really did incite further passion for me to succeed and learn. It kind of gave me a momentum to, keep absorbing as much as I can while I am in the opportunity of being a student and in a place of learning. And so that I can bring as much as I can when it does come time to trying to secure work in this field. And really just all in all, a tremendous experience that has demonstrated why I should continue networking. There is just so much value added in ways that you would expect, but also not expect. And so I was really grateful to have participated. Thanks so much.
And the Inner City Capital Connection program is hosted by the ICIC organization, and this event is free, and they have very amazing professors from the University of Toronto, and they gave us like a general concept how to run the business and how to set up the goals and the strategy, and also how to branding your business. Another thing very important is how to manage the financial statement and how do you get a capital from the many kinds of resources. And what I really like from this networking event is we learn a lot of essential knowledge and strategy of running the business. And they invited a professor from University of Toronto, and they coach us how to set up the business goals and strategies, and how we need to use critical thinking and think from like many point of view to your business so you won't get a blind spot. And another thing is I learned from this event very important is um, we met a lot of business owners. They all from every kinds of industries such as food industry and manufacturing industry. And I think this kind of networks will help us to gain more like a concept from each kind of industries, and also will have more chances to access to the position and get to know what they're doing. And another take also I really like is they also offer many kinds of information and resources that how we can get the funding or the help or support from the NGO or the government. And I think this kind of information help the people who want to start their own business or who already have their own business can get more and more support from it. Thank you for watching these videos. If you have any thoughts or ideas want to share with us, just leave us the comment. Thank you.